Dear viewers, Namaskar. Welcome to this edition of the News Bulletin. In the headlines today, new plate mill of SAIL Rourkela steel plant touches new pinnacles by surpassing 5 million ton production mark. Members of Deepika Mahila Sangati celebrate International Women's Day with school-going girls.
Competitions organized to mark 51st National Safety Week at SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant. Twelfth Ispat Synergy Cup Cricket Tournament of Rourkela Steel Plant inaugurated.
SAIL employees shine at the prestigious Vishwakarma Rashtriya Puraskar ceremony. Grand ceremony organized by SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant to mark International Women's Day.
Achievements of a society is directly proportional to the progress of its women, says Ms. Soma Mandal, Chairman, SAIL. Competitions held at SAIL RSP to mark International Women's Day.
SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant creates new production records in first 11 months of the fiscal. Long Service Awards presented to the employees engaged in town area of SAIL RSP.
#53rd Raising Day of CISF celebrated by CISF unit of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant. Azadi Ke Rang, a competition showcasing the cultural harmony of the country organized by SAIL RSP to mark International Women's Day.
Rourkela Steel Plant pays homage to Kalinga Veer Biju Patnaik. We are already on a flight. It's time to scale higher heights, exhorts Mr. Atanu Bhumit, DIC of RSP Collective, in the mass contact exercise.
Now the news in detail. The state-of-the-art new plate mill of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant has surpassed 5 million ton production mark on 10th March 2022. The ultra-modern mill began its journey with commencement of rolling in the year 2014. It produced the last 1 million ton of plates in record 13 months that signifies its high rate of rolling. Another important achievement of the new plate mill is that in the current financial year, for the first time, it will surpass its rated capacity of 0.92 million tons. Mr. Atanu Bhumit, Director in Charge, RSP, joined the celebrations held at the new plate mill shop floor on 11th March 2022. Congratulating the collective, he said, "The milestone has been achieved with the hard and smart working of the new plate mill and associated departments. I am sure that the greater new plate mill collective will continue to work dedicatedly so as to bring more glory for RSP and SAIL." He was accompanied by Mr. S. R. Suryavanshi, ED Works, Mr. A. K. Pradhan, ED Projects, Mr. P. K. Satpathy, ED P&A, Mr. C. R. Mohapatra, CGM in charge, MM and Marketing, and Mr. A. K. Behuria, CGM in charge, F&A. Several chief general managers and other senior officers of the steel plant were present on the occasion. The DIC cut a cake to mark the occasion and interacted with the senior officers and employees of the department. Mr. Pinaki Chaudhary, CGM, New Plate Mill, spoke about the achievement and thanked the associated agencies for their continuous support. It is noteworthy that the mill, with cutting-edge technology, produces wide range of plates with high strength and close tolerances to meet stringent international standards. It was received the approval of DNV-GL Business Assurance to produce CE mark plates for European market. With a rich product profile and diverse grades including key import substitutes, the mill has been able to carve a niche for itself. The products of the mill has wide applications in boilers and pressure vessels and its support structures, earth-moving equipments, railway projects, roads and bridges, urban infrastructure, etc. It is worth mentioning here that in the current financial year, the mill has exported more than 1 lakh ton plates to Southeast as well as European countries. The members of the Deepika Mahila Sangati, a leading philanthropic organization of Rourkela, observed International Women's Day along with the adolescent girls and teenagers of Odia Medium Girls High School, Hamirpur on 8th March 2022. Mrs. Indrani Kundu, Acting President DMS, presided over the function. Present on the occasion were Mrs. Harshla Suryavanshi, Dr. Mrs. S. Samal, Mrs. Hiranmayi Satpathy, all Vice Presidents of DMS, Ms. Namita Mahapatra, Secretary DMS, the governing body members of DMS, Sister Anjali Pushpa Sangha, Headmistress in charge of the school, Sister Rosalia FC, students, teachers and staff. A session on menstrual hygiene was conducted on the occasion by Ms. Namita Mahapatra. This was followed by discussions on various health issues of adolescent and teenager girls. The dignitaries distributed snack packets and sanitary pads to 351 girl students of the secondary section on this occasion.
A safety debate and a quiz competition were organized at Research and Control Laboratory Conference Hall of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant by the Safety Engineering Department for both regular employees and contract labourers to mark the ongoing 51st National Safety Week observation. On 8th March, 96 employees including executives took part in the written quiz competition and 22 employees participated in the debate competition. The topic for the debate was Develop Safety Culture. The debate competition was judged by Mr. Debjit Banerjee, GM SSM, and Mr. Suryakant Nayak, GM SMS2. Similarly, on 10th March, 54 contract workers participated in the written quiz competition. 14 contract workers took part in the Odia debate on the theme Moro Surakhya Moro Hathe. Mr. Debjit Banerjee and Mr. Ajay Kumar Goswami, GM HSM, were the judges for the debate competition. The winners will be awarded in a prize giving ceremony to be held later. The 12th edition of the Ispat Synergy Cup cricket tournament of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant RSP commenced at the Ispat Stadium on 10th March 2022. Mr. P.K. Satpathy, ED PNA RSP, inaugurated the tournament. Present on the occasion were Mr. A.K. Nayak, CGM, TA and CSR, Dr. B.K. Hota, CMO in charge medical, several other chief general managers and senior officers of the plant. Addressing the gathering, Mr. Satpathy conveyed his best wishes to each of the participants and encouraged all to foster a healthy sporting and team spirit during the tournament. EDPNA highlighted the importance of such events which bring people together and strengthens the synergy. Earlier, Mr. Satpathy unfurled the sports flag and formally declared the tournament open. EDPNA and other dignitaries were later introduced to the members of participating teams. 20 teams are in the fray in the 12th edition and will play in 2 groups in a knockout format in the 12 overs a side tournament. The final will be played on 17th March. Mr. B.K. Raut, GM in charge PHS and SW, delivered the welcome address and proposed a formal vote of thanks. Mr. Anil Malik, MOMTCRM, anchored the inaugural function. The first match was played between Blast Furnaces and Personnel and Administration teams, and the team Blast Furnace won the match by 11 runs. The exciting second match was decided in the super over after scores were tied, with both Plate Mill and Hot Strip Mill scoring 114 runs in the stipulated overs. Plate Mill emerged winners in the super over. It is worth mentioning here that Ispat Synergy Cup cricket tournament is an inter-departmental cricket tournament organized every year by RSP as an employee engagement initiative to enhance cohesiveness and team spirit among the employees.
The employees of Steel Authority of India Limited has made an impressive mark in the ceremony of Vishwakarma Rashtriya Puraskar given for the performance year 2018. The prestigious national awards were given away by the Honorable Minister for Labour and Employment, Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Shri Bhupender Yadav, in a glittering ceremony organized at Vigyan Bhavan, New Delhi on 8 March 2022. The Honorable Minister of State for Labour and Employment and Petroleum and Natural Gas, Shri Rameswar Teli, was also present during the occasion. The VRP instituted by the Government of India is aimed at rewarding the efforts of workers from the industrial undertakings at the national level. 52 awardees out of total 96 award winners belong to SAIL, representing 54% of the total winners. SAIL employees have won 11 awards out of the total 28 awards given for the performance year 2018, which is 39% of the total awards in various categories of the VRP. In a separate program, Srimati Soma Mandal, Chairman SAIL, felicitated the VRP winning employees. Congratulating the winners during the program, Srimati Mandal emphatically said, "The commitment, dedication and excellence of our employees have been reaffirmed, with them winning the prestigious Vishwakarma Rashtriya Puraskar in such large numbers. I am confident that our talented employees will propel SAIL to newer heights. The culture of this organization has always encouraged involvement, innovation and passion. SAIL has always offered freedom to its employees to showcase their ingenuity, and it is heartening to note that it is being recognized on such a notable platform." A grand ceremony was organized at Gopabandhu Auditorium of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant on 8 March 2022 to mark the International Women's Day. Mr. P.K. Satpathy, ED PNA, graced the occasion as the chief guest. Lieutenant Commander Meena Padmanabhan from Indian Navy and Ms. Anshu Pragya Das, DFO, Hirakud Wildlife Division, were guests of honor and motivational speakers on the occasion. In his address, Mr. Satpathy commended the accomplishments of the guest speakers and stressed upon the right to equality based on this year's theme of gender for sustainable development. Focusing on the status of women's employment in India and specifically in steel industry, he urged all to introspect and take initiative to further increase the number. A civil engineer by education, Lieutenant Commander Padmanabhan, who has to her credit docking of 60 ships including submarines, shared her life experiences and the choices she made. Recounting her earlier days, Ms. Padmanabhan lucidly explained how the inner urge to do something led her to appear for Indian Navy and how the testing rounds in the selection process ignited her determination to overcome the physical and emotional barriers. Suggesting ways to bridge the gender gap, Ms. Padmanabhan urged all to remove the bias from within and create a support network. She appreciated the role of superiors and male counterparts who helped in discharging her duty efficiently. She also highlighted the importance of physical and mental endurance and the teamwork to achieve common goals. The winner of Art Heroes Award 2020 by NatWest India, FICCI Women's Award, Devi Award and several other state and national awards, Ms. Anshu Pragya Das highlighted the salient features of state model of ecotourism and her role in motivating and planning for relocation of forest dwellers and village women for various community ecotourism to wildlife conservation projects. She also described the challenges she faced as well as the support she had received during her extensive work in the field of forest and wildlife conservation. The program commenced with the lighting of ceremonial lamp amidst the chanting of mantras from Veda by Ms. Sushrita Das, Headmistress IEMS Sector 18 Junior Section. This was followed by rendition of a song Bharat Ki Beti by Ms. Rajlakshmi Kabi from FNA Department and Ms. Nivedita Behera from New Plate Mill. Ms. Chaitali Das, GM, BE and IED delivered the welcome address. A jugalbandi of violin and tabla presented by Mr. Gaurang Malik of SMS2 and his son Master Pulak Ranjan Malik enthralled the audience, who were left tapping and clapping to the tune. Ms. Rajashri Banerjee, CGM HRD, proposed a formal vote of thanks. Ms. Ankita Bilung, Manager CP2, and Ms. Jyoti Orea, Manager Personnel, were the masters of ceremony. Our program was witnessed by a gathering of about 400 persons comprising senior officers and employees of RSP as well as CISF personnel. In addition to this, Women's Day was also celebrated in other units of RSP, including the mines. In Versua Iron Mines, BIM, the women's cricket match was organized along with the quiz competition, flower pot decoration competition and patriotic song competition.
Achievement of a society is directly proportional to the progress of its women, said Ms. Soma Mandal, Chairman SAIL, while addressing the employees of the company in an online program organized to mark International Women's Day on 8 March 2022. Mr. Harinand Rai, Director, Technical Projects and Raw Materials, Mr. Anirban Dashgupta, Director in charge, Bhilai Steel Plant, Mr. Amarendu Prakash, Director in charge, Bokaro Steel Plant, Mr. Vijayendra Srinivasa Chakravarti, Director Commercial, Mr. Atanu Bhomik, Director in charge, Rourkela Steel Plant, Mr. Vineet Pandey, CVO, SAIL, Ms. Kamakshi Raman, ED, MTI, and many other senior officers of SAIL and a large number of women employees attended the program. The chairman in her address applauded the role played by family, friends and colleagues in the success of a woman. While touching upon the theme of this year's Women's Day celebration, that is, gender equality today for a sustainable tomorrow, Ms. Mandal emphasized on the ingrained qualities of a woman of care and compassion that play a big role in creating a sustainable future of the planet. She also advised all not to be overproductive while assigning jobs to a woman employee and let her prove her worth under trying conditions. All the directors and CVO also addressed the gathering on the occasion. It is worth mentioning here that while celebrating International Women's Day, Rourkela Steel Plant has many reasons to cheer its large number of women employees who have not only excelled in various fields of endeavors but have also forayed into many fields earlier known as male bastions. The steel plant now has 691 lady non-executives and 115 lady executives, of which many are working in key positions. Women can now be seen on shop floors, operating cranes and pulpits apart from offices, schools and hospitals. For a woman to look forward to have a career in a non-traditional field is a challenge both in terms of physical and mental condition with perpetual societal and psychological restriction. A bit of support and encouragement will see women creating success stories in this field, says Ms. Sunita Singh, CGM Production Planning and Control. In the words of Ms. Sangeeta Pushpa Mensch, Manager Blast Furnace, from being the first girl working in a department known as one of the toughest areas, I accepted the challenge of doing a little extra. I did it, succeeded, and I'm satisfied by the way I progressed. Similar are the success stories of Nilima Tanti and Prema Bailung, the SSWs of Hot Strip Mill 1, who are successfully operating cranes to remove scale from scale treatment pit with a sense of pride and satisfaction. In the same manner, Ms. Sarini Singh and Ms. Damayanti Sahu, the SSWs of mechanical shop, have been operating the lathe machine and drilling machine, which used to be the men's domain all the while. Rourkela Steel Plant lays great emphasis on ensuring that women have a level playing field and are provided with all support. The steel plant has put in place several interventions that address the day-to-day problems as well as long-term concerns of working women. Several women-centric programs have been launched by RSP from time to time, like Ojaswini, Virangana and Durga, as well as gender sensitization programs like Samvedana that have helped in removing the mental blocks and creating an even playing field. Not to forget the role of male counterparts who have played an equally vital role in supporting, giving space and encouragement to the women to realize the potential and make a difference. The success has come as a result of their hard work, perseverance, commitment and focus, and the dream to excel, which has been a propelling force. A series of competitions were organized at HRD Center of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant during the week preceding the International Women's Day to celebrate the occasion. Each of these events evoked an enthusiastic response from the employees, including executives from across the plant. A just a minute session was held in which 19 employees participated, deliberating on different topics as per the language preference, either in Oriya, Hindi and English. Ms. Munmun Mitra, GM CSR, and Ms. Anandita Mahapatra, DGMMM, were the judges for the event. On the same day, Funathon competition was organized wherein both male and female employees participated. Total 18 teams comprising 3 members each ventured in 4 different groups, sporting events such as button stitching, salad dressing, balloon race and shoelace tying to win the event. The panel, consisting Ms. Chaitali Das, GM, and Mr. KK Verma, DGM, evaluated this event. The winners of the competitions were awarded in the Mega International Women's Day function held on 8 March 2022.
Rourkela Steel Plant, a unit of the Maharatna company SAIL, kept the graph rising in all key production areas in the first 11 months of the fiscal 2021-22. In the April 2021-February 2022 period, the plant was successful in producing 39,27,790 tons of hot metal, 36,18,231 tons of crude steel, and 33,16,518 tons of saleable steel, which were its best ever performance since inception. The oven pushing from Coke Oven Battery 6 also witnessed the best ever figure of 89.2 in the above period. The total sinter production too reached the highest level of 63,71,513 tons. The rolling mills kept pace with the iron and steel zone. Plate mill rolled out its all-time best 4,99,267 tons of plates, while rolling of plates in the new plate mill touched the best ever 8,41,302 tons. Hot strip mill 1 made 16,11,582 tons of HR coils, which is the best since inception performance of the more than 60-year-old mill. Dispatch of saleable steel, on the other hand, touched the all-time figure of 32,79,484 tons in the first 11 months of the fiscal. Congratulating the RSP collective on this splendid show, Mr. Atanu Bhomik, director in charge of the plant, has said that the record-breaking performance of the plant in the current fiscal, in spite of the 2 waves of COVID-19, is an eloquent testimony to the commitment and dedication of the employees. 27 employees of Town Engineering Department and Town Services Department of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant were presented the long service certificates for rendering 25 years of service to the company. Mr. Buddhadev Singh, GM in charge TE, and Mr. PK Das, GM in charge TS, presided over the function held in their respective departments and handed over the certificates along with the gift coupons. Mr. S.C. Paricha, Assistant Manager Personnel, and Mr. Shubhendu Gadur, Manager TS, the concerned unit personnel officers of the areas, coordinated the function. It may be mentioned that around 1,033 employees, including executives who have completed 25 years of service as on 31st December 2021, will be receiving long service awards like previous years. The company recognizes their contribution by presenting a certificate of recognition and a stainless steel dinner set as a token gift of appreciation.
The 53rd Raising Day of CISF was celebrated by the CISF unit of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant in its campus on 5th March 2022. Mr. Atanu Bhomik, Director in charge RSP, was the chief guest on the occasion. He inspected the ceremonial parade by the CISF personnel and took the salute. Dr. Shekhar Sahai, DIG CISF, was present on the dais on the occasion. Congratulating and extending warm regards to all the CISF personnel on the momentous occasion of the Raising Day celebrations, the DIC said, CISF is playing a key role in the progress of the country by ensuring security of industries and other major installations of the nation. Outlining the multifaceted activities of CISF, he said, the elite force efficiently executes various challenges assignments including safeguarding nuclear installations, space establishments, airports, seaports, power plants, sensitive government buildings and many other including heritage monuments. GIC also acknowledged the dedicated service rendered by the CISF personnel during the COVID-19 pandemic. described the RSP-CISF unit as an integral part of the extended RSP family. He controlled upon its members to work shoulder to shoulder with the steel plant collective in achieving the objective of RSP. Mr. Bhaumik assured of all possible help to the CISF unit in further strengthening its activities. Welcoming the gathering, Dr. Shikhar Sahai highlighted the achievement of CISF and its plans and programs to face further challenges. He also applauded the role of the RSP management in providing full support to CISF in ensuring plant security in an effective and efficient manner. Mr. A.K. Kundu, ED Mines, Mr. S.R. Suryavanshi, ED Works, Mr. A.K. Pradhan, ED Projects, Mr. P.K. Satpathy, ED PNA, Mr. C.R. Mahapatra, CGM in charge, MM and Marketing, Dr. B.K. Hotas, Chief Medical Officer in charge, M&HS, were also present on the occasion. As a part of series of programs being organized to mark the International Women's Day in the special year of celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant organized Azadi Ke Rang, a competition showcasing the cultural harmony of the country. Both executives and non-executives from different units of the plant participated in the program, which was held at HRD Center on 2nd March 2022. The competition was held in two categories, namely men and women. The competition was evaluated by the panel of judges, which comprised the renowned dramatist and theatre artist Mr. N.C. Mahanti and famous Odissi dancer and teacher Ms. Maushami Mahanti. The participants showcased the beauty of Indian cultural diversity by representing various states of India in their regional attire. The participants gave a brief about their chosen states and elegantly depicted folk dances and music of the states of India like Assam, Orissa, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, West Bengal, Jharkhand, etc. The participants exhibited the significance of the states of India in the form of music, brief discussion, dance, folk song, etc. The winners of the competition will be awarded in the function to be held on Women's Day.
Rourkela Steel Plant paid rich tributes to the legendary Kalinga Veer Biju Patnaik on his birth anniversary on 5th March. Mr. Atanu Bhumik, Director in charge, along with P.K. Satpathy, EDPNA, Mr. Ajay Kumar Nayak, CGM, TA and CSR, Mr. B.K. Raut, GM, PH and SW, and many other senior officers of the plant and eminent personalities of the Steel City paid floral tributes at the statue of the great leader at Biju Patnaik Chowk, Sector 2. A brave nationalist, a revolutionary leader, a statesman of international repute, a zealous industrialist, and an advocate of humanitarianism, Kalinga Veer Biju Patnaik is also called the builder of modern Odisha. He has craved a special place for himself in the hearts of not only the people of Odisha but also of India for his unanswering love for the nation. We are already on a flight. It's time to scale higher heights, exhorted Mr. Atanu Bhumik, Director in charge, while addressing the employees of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant in the 862nd Mass Contact Exercise organized on 4th March 2022 at Gopabandhu Auditorium. Notably, the mass contact exercise has been redesigned and reintroduced in a new module after a brief disruption of 2 years due to the pandemic. Mr. A.K. Kundu, ED Mines, Mr. S.R. Suryavanshi, ED Works, Mr. A.K. Pradhan, ED Projects, Mr. P.K. Satpathy, ED PNA were also present on the dais. More than 300 employees of different departments attended the program. Expressing happiness over the revival of the mass contact exercise, the DIC said that it fosters teamwork, collective effort, and collective leadership in the plant. Speaking about the constant change in the business environment, Mr. Bhumik emphasized on adopting a fast and consistent pace and quickly adapt to the changing scenario, and said RSP has the advantage of new state-of-the-art units and we must optimally utilize our potential. He also stressed on safety and environment. Besides, he also touched upon further improving amenities in the township and peripheral areas. Mr. Kundu, in his address, spoke about the excellent performance of Odisha Group of Mines that has been extending vital support to RSP in enhancing its performance. He also deliberated upon the different endeavours of the mines to excel in tandem. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Suryavanshi stressed on safety and urged everyone to take a pledge on the day, which was also National Safety Day, to make RSP completely accident-free. He also stressed on quality and cost consciousness, which hold the key to profitability. Besides, the ED Works also spoke about the importance of skill development and grooming of new employees to enrich the work pool further. Mr. Pradhan, in his address, deliberated about the new projects and the roadmap of the plant to move ahead as per the National Steel Policy and Vision 2030 of SAIL. He also elaborated about the commissioning of state-of-the-art hot strip mill 2, which will roll out world-class products sooner. Mr. Satpathy spoke about different measures being taken by the plant to simplify and further improve systems for the welfare of the employees and the contract labour. He also stressed upon further improving employee productivity to remain competitive in the market. Earlier, a film comprising production and financial performance of RSP in the current fiscal, targets, laurels and achievements, and new facilities in the township made by Public Relations Department was screened in the meeting. Later, during the interaction session, employees gave suggestions pertaining to production, productivity, maintenance and safety issues. The session ended with the employees and the senior officers taking a pledge to make RSP the best in every aspect. Ms. Rajlakshmi Acharya, Senior Instructor, HRDC, coordinated the program. That's all for the news today. Namaskar.
Welcome to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share the videos.